Welcome back, Hot Wheels collectors. Today's video is part 3 to my blue card collection. This is picking up at number 35. We last left off at number 34, the Bulldozer. Looking at the entire collection in this video series, number 1 through 274 of the blue cards. Today we've got some exceptionally nice castings to look at with some very interesting and rare variations. Some of these variations costing upwards of over $200 US a piece. So, without further ado, let's get into a full look at all these vehicles, what makes them rare, which ones to look for, and just having fun with the vehicles reminiscent of our youth. Number 35, the Ferrari Testarossa. Previously released in 1989 with both of these interior variations, black and red, tan and red, re-released for the blue cards, along with these metallic black painted versions. So the red version's worth around $20 to $30. The black versions vary widely depending upon which wheel you have. Here's an inexpensive one, the gold BBS, also available with an all small wheel configuration. I don't have that car. This one here has the Ultra Hot wheels, the chrome Ultra Hot wheels. Most likely an international release or Canadian card, all blue card without a number, as it's not listed in Mike Zarnock's variation guidebook, and I haven't seen it anywhere else with a blue card number. This one here has gold Tampo Ultra Hot wheels, and it is quite a rare car, worth around $70 supposedly. I can't remember what I paid for mine, or whether it was even a mint loose, or if I opened that one, but it's a nice one to have in the collection. And I am missing a couple common variations. One is a gold 3-spoke. I don't have that, so some more cars still yet to finish off this collection. Let's move on to the next vehicle, which is a number 36 Baja Bug. This one previously released in 1987, and it found on the blue card, worth around $100 now, actually. One of the harder ones to find. Number 37, the Hot Bird. Truly one of my favorite castings. Likely a casting, if you played with Hot Wheels in the last 20 to 40 years, you very likely have one of these gorgeous cars in your collection, or maybe you did. But there are a lot of variations to look at here, as you can see. I'm going to get these all lined up for you as we go through them. Let's start by looking at one of the more familiar Hot Birds that you may have had in your collection, or still do. The Hot Bird was first released in 1980 and again in 1982 with the gold Hot One wheels that you see here. Two variations occurred back in 1982, a light colored windshield and a dark blue windshield. The same happened again, it would seem, in the blue card era. We've got the dark blue and the lighter blue windshield. Now, the reason why I have all these cars out in addition is you might be wondering, how can you tell the difference between a 1982 and a 1990 version? Well, let's take a look at the base. Here, the 1982 version. This one has Hot Wheels printed on it and Hot Bird, whereas this version has the Hot Wheels logo and Malaysia. Hot Bird has been removed. Now again, on this light window variation, this one's got the Malaysia cast over on the base, whereas this more modern version has the logo. So there you go. That's how you can tell the difference between cars released 8 years apart or thereabouts. The red interior version is a hard to find piece, almost like a transitional piece, worth quite a bit. I'm not going to mention prices on these cars, only rarity, because the prices seem to be increasing dramatically on these and ever changing. So with that being said, quite a hard one to find. You're going to find it has the logo on the base, as this car was not released with a red interior any other time. And moving on to the blue. These are quite pretty versions. Metallic blue with the Firebird flaming logos all over these cars. Gold Hot One version and Ultra Hot version. Logo base on both of these. However, interestingly, they also say Hot Bird. I keep picking these things upside down, but there you go. A lot of different base variations on these Hot Bird cars. These were first released in 1989 and again in 1990 as a part of the carry forward. And just one of the interesting Hot Birds that hasn't really seen much attention in my collection yet is this 1989 version of the same car, but with the gray interior commonly found on cars from the double barrel stunt set, the Hotbird in that one. This is an extremely hard piece to find, and one I kind of happened upon by accident, but I just thought I'd bring that one out. And while we're looking at Hotbirds, you can see what these Hotbirds look like in the package. Here's a pristine package here with the list on the back, 1990 series. And again, another, we're going to talk about the white ones in just a second, but another beautiful condition car on the card. Luckily that I don't need for my loose collection, since I've already got those ones here. But these ones not worth huge money, but still worth at least $20 to $30 in nice condition. And that brings me over to the white versions. These are commonly found through the 1990s, first being released in the early 90s, of course, with the number 37 on the blue card. But some very rare variations in here, ones that were likely phased out as the blue card series continued. We've got a gold Hot One version here. This is quite a hard car to find. And then we have a silver Hot One version, even more difficult to find. I'm just going to turn each of these cars over so you can get familiar with what the rivets look like as well. And I keep touching on the fact about looking for cars that have been counterfeit or customized, and just because I don't want anyone out there paying top dollar for cars that are customs. It's just not what the hobby's about. And so one way to check your cars as well, check that each wheel rolls independently of the others, and that's a great way to make sure you're not getting a version with wheels glued on or axles kind of glued into the car and stuff like that, among other things to look at. Here's a very difficult, the most difficult version to find in my experience, is this tan interior. Otherwise the same as all the other white Hotbirds, but I think I paid about $200 for that car, maybe more. And a very common version, of course, the one that everyone has, if you got any of these, is the red interior with the silver Ultra Hot wheels. So quite a price difference there, from $200 plus to around $10. And then again, here's another $200 plus car. This one has the gold foil Ultra Hots on it, logo base, and it's actually got like the gold Ultra Hot axles in a way. In fact, all these cars do, which oftentimes you didn't see on any other cars unless they had the gold Hot One wheels, as seen in this one. So a very nice collection of Hotbirds that's taken me a long time to get, and no doubt with a good hefty dose of luck as well. Number 38 is another familiar toy if you grew up playing with Hot Wheels. That is the Caterpillar dump truck with the opening bed or bin. This one's all metal, and variations exist on this truck dating right back to 1980. So this one doesn't have any cast Caterpillar name stamps on it or any tampos of any kind. All metal. Malaysia stamp over metal base, yellow construction tires. Also released in 1990 with a plastic bin. Now this is a new part for this truck, never seen before, and of course the beginning of making certain castings more inexpensive to produce and perhaps more child friendly. However, in my opinion, the plastic bin trucks often lose their bins, whereas the metal ones can take years, if not decades, of sandbox punishment with never falling apart unless purposely smashed. So not the same said for this truck, which you can see has already got a crack in the connection just from age. But these are not overly valuable, worth around $5 on a mint card. These ones here with the metal bin would be worth around 3 times that at least. And let's move on to another vehicle, and that will be the Monster Vet. The 39 Monster Vet. So let's just pick the camera up over here. Checking out the Monster Vet. I've got 3 on the card. There's only 2 different variations of the purple one, so one of those is getting opened up on film today for this video and also for my loose wall display. And then there's also a yellow version. The version with the CT wheels is a carry forward from 1987, released again on these number 39 blue cards. Pretty cool casting, I have to say. These have come down a bit in price, the purple versions. Back in the day, I was paying somewhere between $50 and $100 for these classic monster vets. But I've seen them sell for as little as $20 recently. Wow, it's nice to get that vehicle out. Doesn't even roll straight out of the package. It's got quite a list to it. And a lot of wear on the edges that were in contact. Oh no, that's just blue dust. Sometimes they're worn out. The wheels are showing a bit of wear. And only on the chrome really, but it's interesting that this car has never been played with yet. It doesn't have the straightest of wheels, which is just not common for Hot Wheels. It's surprising, actually. Moving on, number 40 is the Power Plower Midnight Removal. No variations for this one, and worth around $45 if found on a mint blue card. And the final vehicle we're looking at today is collector number 42, the Oshkosh Snowplow. This is a casting, first release in 1983 as part of the Extras series. And in the Extras series, it was an all-metal, orange painted truck with a metal base, chrome construction wheels, or also available with the orange center construction wheels. Otherwise, no difference. The plow is a removable piece, often packaged separately from the vehicle, as you can see in the background on this version that I have. It was also released with a plastic component as part of the body, another cheapening up effort for the Hot Wheel vehicles, making them way less. So this whole cab and bin is now made of plastic on this version, whereas on the previous versions it was metal. So that version is worth less than the metal versions. On the blue cards, these metal versions are worth quite a bit, between $70 and $30. $70 for the chrome wheel version and $30 roughly for the orange wheel version. The Extras version I have, I didn't pay $70 for. It actually looks exactly the same as the Extras packaged one. So that's an Extras vehicle from my 84 collection. And what else? We've got two green versions here. The only two green versions that I have. These are the all-metal ones, missing a plow. This one has its plow. And the one I'm missing is actually the least expensive. It's kind of like a drab green metal painted version with a green plastic body and bin, worth around $20. We've got the CTS, the CT version here, and there's a whole bunch more variations of this truck, including orange variations, just wheel variations of this particular plastic and metal version, released on the collector number 201 card, as you can see, not collector number 42 as the ones I've just shown you. Number 201 features a whole bunch more variations, including orange tri-blade wheels and a completely different paint job for the Oshkosh Snowplow, silver and burgundy. So we're going to get to that, obviously, much later in the video series, as we're going to finish off the video for today at that. Today we've looked at collectors number 35 through 42. A lot of cars left to look at. Stick around. We're going to keep these videos going for a good long time. Happy hunting.